what I'm about to say is bound to ruffle some feathers, but I genuinely do not care. So, y'all know how non-Black American people are consistently saying nigga. I think that as a community, because this is what I taught my kids, and I don't give a damn. I don't want to hear, like, my kids are 13 and 6. 13 and 6 years old. And he said it's 13, and she's the one who's specifically dealing with this. I don't want to hear that these are kids, because my kids are also kids, and they have to hear this. When these non-Black American people are saying nigga, you call them their slur back, because what they're saying is racist. I don't want to hear this in the songs. Everything ain't for everybody. And I also don't want to hear, well, I don't think anybody should say it. Because if I couldn't eat crab legs and you can eat crab legs, I shouldn't be able to say, well, I don't think nobody should eat it. Because everything isn't for everybody. We learned that as children. We learned that in kindergarten. Everything isn't for everybody. Okay? When these Mexicans and Indians and natives and other Asians are saying nigga, you call them a slur from their community. We go slur for slur. They can say it casually, you say it casually. When they say it as a slur hard, you say it hard. Oh, that's slur for slur. I mean, that don't fight racism with racism. It's only racism with racism when we start fighting back, because we have to be open to everybody cherry picking from our community and claiming that they're not, because we're apparently all dumb. And we also are supposed to just take their racism because it's just a phase. Even though I'm 32 years old and I still remember the first time I got called hard ER when I was in the second grade by a little white girl named Amanda. But it's just a phase. But I was a kid too.
Uh, this is stupid. You know, bad parenting. Somebody calls you the N word, but it ends with the A. You should come back and tell them a slur in their face and go slur for slur. First off, that one, the N word that ends with an A is not really a slur. Because if it was, then y'all wouldn't be listening to Young Miami, Cardi B, all these rappers and stuff like that. But y'all say y'all mad if they say the NIGGA word, but you say it in your songs and you say it in your raps all the time. But it's cool when you do it, but not cool when they do it. Okay. So then you tell your kids. You don't tell your kids, hey, if you feel uncomfortable, somebody says that, just don't be around them. Just stay away from them. You say, no, you need to go back and call them a slur. Great parenting, man. Single baby mama, let me guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go slur for slur. I remember somebody called me the ER. Her name is Amanda. Who cares? See what I tell y'all. The N word ain't got no power on me. Whether you say it with the A or you say it with the hard ER, it don't bother me either or. You will not get a reaction from me if you are a different race and you say N word. You'll probably get more laughter than anything. Okay. But you ignorant Negroes give the power so much word and you give people that say it so much power over you where you act a damn ass and then you tell your kids, yeah, you act a fool when somebody call you that. It's stand on business. Stupidest advice ever. Yeah, go slur for slur. What has that solved? Nothing. It's just the fact that we have to have. It's like dumb kids and bad kids come from dumb parents and bad parenting. See, these kids don't grow up with this ideology. They're taught this, right? Just like if you say a person from a different race is a racist, these kids or a kid that doesn't grow up racist, they're taught racism, right? Just like you are teaching racism yourself. And they say black people ain't racist. You're actively teaching your child if you think that you feel like somebody's threatening you or they're calling you the NIGGA, you should call them a slur. You got to love the single black moms, man. Because I'm not saying all of y'all is bad, but a lot of y'all are terrible. And then we see why we have the YNs. We see already we're starting to see the next wave of single baby mamas because it's taught by a woman that is comfortable in being in front of y'all by wearing a bonnet. They call you that, you call them a slur. Tit for tat. Doesn't that sound like a lot of grown black people today? Don't want to be responsible, don't want to, just stay out the way, don't want to just focus on getting money, want to go slur for slur and want to be tough and bad, stand on business. Stupid, but they're taught that. They're taught that by ignorant parents.
We just got to stop getting mad. We have to stop getting angry. We have to also stop explaining. They understand. They know. They know the history of the word. They know the harmful history behind the word. They understand that we, as a black community, have just the same way gay people call each other slurs from the gay community. And as a term of endearment, we do the exact same. It's not really that hard. It's not that hard because, when I talk, but if Josh from next door jumping him, talking to, they understand. It's no sense in constantly explaining this to them because they are on the same internet that we are on, unfortunately. Just call them back their slur. And yeah, they'd be like, what's up, my nigga? You call them their slur. And when they get upset, you say, what is just a word? I mean, everybody say it. Right? It's in the song. I heard it in the song. I read it I read it in the book. I seen it on TikTok. Whatever. Because it's just Gen Z culture, right? My niece has a little girl who I do not like. I don't like this child. She is from somewhere in Africa. I don't know what country she's from, but she's African. Whenever she has a crush on a boy, she adopts everything about this boy. And she will make it known that she is not black. I'm African. Bye. Anyway, she has a crush on this little Mexican boy who says nigga. My niece tells them, hey, don't say that in front of me. You don't need to be saying that at all. That's not cool. And this little African girl tells my niece, well, he can say it because he went through the same thing we went through. You're not even Black American. What did you go through that has anything to do with the term nigga? For one. Two, who were you to tell my niece that she shouldn't be offended by this? And three, who told you that? Even if Mexican people went through slavery, that don't have nothing to do with the N word. They have their own problems in their community. They have their own slurs that they should reacclaim as a community for their community. He can say it because he went through the same thing. They went through the same thing we went through. No, so I told my niece the next time he said, you call him any slur that is specific to Mexicans, you call him that back. And I want to see anybody say anything to you because nobody is correcting these kids. And I don't give a damn if they're kids because my niece is a kid. I know I already said that, but I want to emphasize my niece is also a kid. She should not be dealing with these non-black kids saying this word in front of her because it's racist and racism is violent. They get to.
I'm gonna tell you this. This woman ain't got no job. Because if you got a job, you're not worried about what little kids is doing and what they saying. And it's not even your kid, it's your niece. Right? You know all of the business of little kids. I automatically know that this woman that is talking is unemployed because you got too much time in your hands to be knowing everything and everything about everybody at this school about these little kids. And you trying to get them all hyped up by saying the N word because this Mexican kid said the N word that ends with an A. It is not, there's no harm in that word. There's no harm in either of those words. You should be telling your kids it shouldn't bother you. And if it does, just walk away. Don't hang out with that person. But don't go tit for tat. Don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid. Like, when are y'all gonna grow up, man? It's crazy.
Pick up and put down black culture. They'll put, box braids in their hair. They'll adopt our full aesthetic, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we rap, sing, everything. And they claim that they did not receive inspiration from the black community because we are ghetto. Oh, as I'm talking about that little girl specifically, like I said, she'll be quick to say, I'm not black, I'm African. And she also believes that black American people are ghetto. And black people stupid. Blah, blah, blah. Why are you here then? You should ask your mom. My niece just told me that she went off on a little girl because she said something like, oh, I don't even like black people. I wish I was back in Africa. So my niece asked her, why are you here then? You should ask your mom to send you home.
This is crazy how a grown adult is giving you a rundown of what kids are talking about. And she's really telling y'all the schoolyard drama. She's trying to make it seem like she's doing something right for the culture. Get a job, please. Do something with yourself. You got too much time on your hand if you can tell us the story back and forth between two kids. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always keep the thing right, keep it going. Tap into the No Filter Morning Show. Link in the show description below. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. I'm not African American, bro. I'm American. Temporary status shouldn't be 40 years. This is why we can't help single moms. We got to make snitching great again. If I see a man, he don't take care of his kids, he's a bum. Unsubscribe. I'm still going to keep going up. My issue is that you are really hard on single mothers. It will always be the woman's fault. Start snitching, y'all. I haven't seen a smart black Democrat. Let's keep it funky. Why was the woman created? Let's call it the No Filter Morning Show. It's straight like that.